All right. I'm just going to record it on this. All right.
No, wait. Yeah. Oh.
The 36th District Court is now in session. The Honorable Marlena Taylor is now presiding. Everyone. All right. First person I'm going to call is Devontae Young.
Oh.
Don't be born young. Out calling the matter of the people versus Devontae Young. We are here today for a motion hearing for Street Outreach Court Detroit. Listed on the motion hearing is all of the case numbers being presented to this court today. May I have appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please? And Mr. Young, can you state your name loudly for the record, please? All right, and may I have your name as well, sir? All right. Today is the date and time set, as I stated, for a motion hearing. Counsel, how are we going to proceed? All right, if that's the case, can both of you raise your right hands, please? You swear, to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? No. Thank you. Mr. Was that us? Miss Mary, put the courtroom on mute for me, please. Thank you. All right, you may proceed, counsel.
Thank you. Mr. McCall, the truth is, when Mr. Young first saw services, either homeless or just homeless.
Yes.
And was there an action plan created to address the cause of that?
Yes.
And did Mr. Young consent to complete that act?
Yes, sir, indeed.
Young, we start testimony from Mr. McCallum about the things that you've been doing. Are the things that Mr. McCallum said about you true?
Yes.
Yeah. And you had a lot of things to do in order to take care of all these things. And one of them was to create a vision statement. Looks like you have some pretty good goals. You want to get your CDL?
Yes.
Yeah. And what I also really liked about was your vision statement. You said the only thing that's going to stop you is yourself. What are you looking forward to most that the court grants you relief?
Basically, I want to travel the world. Yeah, I got 4 daughters, so I just want to provide a better life for all 4 of my kids, so they won't have to depend on no man. Or they get older, they can already have a house they own. So I want to pave that way so they won't ever have to need nobody.
I don't think I got it.
All right, and the people aren't here today, but they have already approved it. I do have a question for you, sir. How do you feel about, what is the lesson that you've learned about accumulating so many tickets and not taking care of it?
Hard to get on.
Yes.
Real hard. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take care of it. Eventually, you never take care of it because you're so far in the hole. It's hard. You 4,000-5,000 in debt for traffic tickets. So that's the lesson. Like, just basically handle your business from the beginning, and I won't have to deal with this problem. Just
Say it one more time loudly.
take care of my business from the beginning, so I won't have to deal with this. And I would just have my license. But it's a lesson learned.
That's right. And do you think you're a better person now that you've had this lesson to learn?
Yeah, that's working with Keith. He got me a job literally like the first week I worked with him. Literally. So it's a blessing all in the same because he like, go up there. He like, just go. I went up there. At first I didn't even want to go. I'm like, I just went, sat there all day. They're like, we gonna give you a job. I'm like, for real? Like, oh, that really worked. So basically, when I used to go through stuff, I used to call him too. Call him like, man, I just feel like giving up. He's like, bro, you came this far, you did all this, what you gonna stop? No, he's a big supporter, helping me for this whole process. So I learned a lot, honestly.
And know that once you're finished with this process, these resources are still in place, right? Yes, I was gonna say, you may have other days where you don't feel like you want to keep pushing on, or it's not fair, or life isn't happening the way that you want it to happen. Don't give up, okay? You said something very important to me. You have not one daughter, but you have 4 daughters. And let me tell you, I'm a daddy's girl, and I look up to my daddy for everything. He's my world. And so your girl's gonna be doing the same thing and imitating what you do and learning by what you do and what you say. So keep that in the forefront of your mind as you continue. I love how you say you want to be financially stable for your kids.
Oh, thank you. You the one that referred me to the program. Remember I told you, I'm like my house burnt up, I'm like my apartment burnt up. You like, hang up, you like, get off Zoom and call me. Yeah, so I appreciate you too for giving me a chance to get myself together. You ain't even know it.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
No problem. I appreciate you too for following through. That means a lot too, right? Because
Yeah.
people just
'Cause
stop.
at first I would have took care of it the same day they told me, oh, I got part of it. Got to take care of it the same day, sent the paper back. They're like, oh man, you good.
Keep pushing, keep having this good fighting spirit. And I'm sure that you're going to do excellent and achieve all the goals that you want to achieve, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you have a motion at this time?
Yes, sir, given, there's no objection for county or state, city prosecutors, we have to give court the grant.
All right, so at this time, the court is having found that the participant meets the admission and graduation criteria, Street Outreach Court Detroit. I'm going to open for any open or pending cases are going to be designated as Street Outreach Detroit participant. I'm going to waive the court costs and fines and waive the $15 local clearance fee. That's still, you have to owe some, but just not all of it. And for default cases, we're going to take that out and put Street Outreach Detroit participant. And we're going to get those taken care of as well. But remember that fine still, okay? And for any adjudicated cases at this time, we are going to put in that Street Outreach Detroit participant and do the same thing. So it's with great pleasure that I do dismiss these cases that are before the court today. Congratulations. Thank you.
Appreciate all y'all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Young. All right. Dominica Cobb. Ms. Cobb, come on. All right. Now calling the matter of the people versus Dominica Cobb. This is a motion hearing today for the Street Outreach Court Detroit program. There are tickets outlined in this motion that are to be heard before this honor report. May I have appearances for the record, please, starting with council?
Yeah, Charles, please.
Dominica Cobb.
Keep it down, street marks.
Thank you so much. Council, how would you like to proceed today?
I'm going to make testimony about my client. Per case.
All right. You both can please raise your right hands for me. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Cobb, thank you, Ms. Cobb. I appreciate it. All right. It's just that we're putting it out there because I have to have it as like an honorable form report hearing, so they gotta be able to hear it. Okay, all right. You may proceed, counsel.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. McCallum, how did Todd get the first program?
Downstairs about the Detroit House Commission.
And when she first sought services, was she home with her high-risk homelessness?
Yes,
And was there an action plan created to address the causes of that home?
yes, sir.
And did Ms. Cobb essentially complete that action plan?
She has.
All right, thank you. Ms. Cobb, we heard testimony of Mr. McCallum about the things that you've been doing. Are those things that he stated about you true?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. And it looks like you also have the goals of finishing up your GED and starting a cleaning service,
Yes.
and then also becoming a homeowner and be stable with your children.
Yes.
Yeah. You looking forward to that?
Yes.
And what was the best part about this program for you?
Learning that.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. And you know that council for the people aren't here today, but they have approved that we be able to move forward How many kids do you have? Do you mind if I ask? Nine, okay, I thought so. So ma'am, I want you to remain diligent, don't be ashamed, right? I didn't do it to shame you or anything like that or to put you on blast, but I had to remember, I didn't take the notes while we were talking about everybody beforehand. I was like, I think this is Miss Top. You just gotta remember to remain diligent, right? They're always looking at you, always looking to see what you're doing. They said nothing but good things about you when we were doing that with you. So it wasn't like they were like, oh, she don't have it together, she a mess and stuff like that. With that amount of kids, for you to be able to keep ahead as much as you are keeping ahead, it's a blessing. And you already have a job, so don't be ashamed. You just want a better job, right? And the way to get a better job is that you're a valid driver so that you can go places, right? Right? But you got hired pretty quickly too, right? So that lets you know that you have skills, right? It's important to get that GED, right? So you need to make that a priority like you are right now so that you can keep improving and showing your kids just how awesome, right? Okay, all right. Do you have any motions at this time?
Yeah, Your Honor, there be no objection from the county prosecutor.
All right, so at this time, being that there's no objection to it, the court is going to grant this order for any open or pending cases, any default cases, and for any adjudicated cases. The court's going to enter in street outreach participant. We're going to take care of the cost of fees with the exception of that $30 that you're going to owe on the tickets, okay? They've talked to you about that before. Just know that that's out there, but everything else will be closed and completed. Congratulations. I was excited. It wasn't as bad as. No, I was trying to figure it out. No. They told me nothing but that.
And that folks to take care of you.
That's right.
I got my GED when I was 20. So do whatever you want.
And then you're right. You can't stop. Can't give up, right? Yeah, keep fighting. So keep fighting all the time. And the 18 times. It's okay. Don't worry, I got a lot of people looking at me too, like, hey. All right, congratulations. You're welcome. Felicia Bell. Does Miss Maya want to come up here as well, or does she want to stay back there? You can join us if you want, Miss Maya. Okay, come on up here, Miss Maya.
Yeah.
Put your name on the record or no? All right, you want to use your big voice for me when I come around and ask? Okay, all right. Now I'll call in the matter. It's okay if you don't want to though. That's why I asked. Okay, I'll see when you get to. Now call in the matter of the people versus Felicia Ann Bell. This is a motion hearing today from Street Outreach Court Detroit to have or seek relief for the current driving tickets or driving offenses that are out there. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Yes, Charles, on behalf of Mr. Bell.
Spell, can you state your name for the record, please? All right, and do you wish to state your name for the record for me? Loud, just a little louder. Jemiah, all right, welcome Jemiah. And all right. How are we proceeding today?
Yes, John, I'd like to present testimony on my client and my current case with her for promotion.
If that's the case, can you both please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you so much. You may put your hands down. You may begin.
Thank you. Mr. McHale, looks like Ms. Bell comes to us from DSC Collingwood.
Yes.
And have you confirmed that at the time she was either homeless or at high risk of homelessness?
Yes, sir.
And was there an action plan created to address the causes of that homelessness?
It was.
And has Ms. Bell substantially completed that action plan?
Yes, sir.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, Mr. McCown?
Ms. Bell, in our interaction with her, we do a lot of the follow-up as it pertains to like the proofs that she turned in, and the follow-up as far as like entering her into the database. You'll see in the vision statement that she has a very clear vision about what she wants to do with regards to expedited service trucks or whatever. So I did find her very, very ambitious when it comes to that. So I'll leave the rest to Ms. Bell to explain.
Thank you, Mr. McCown. Ms. Bell, we just heard Mr. McCown give us a testimony about things that you're doing. Those things you say about your trip.
Yes.
And yes, you do definitely have a very clear. You have you're very specific of wanting to be a hotshot truck operator. And that's because they make a lot more money, don't they?
Yes.
But you want to leverage that to be able to provide a better life for yourself and your children. Though, is that correct? Yes. Yeah. What are you looking forward to most for grants you need?
We actually get that license reinstated going into the CDL program at Detroit Airport.
You have that lined up?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Mr. Jemai, do you mind if I ask you a quick question? Just one. Are you proud of your mom?
Can you answer out loud for me?
Oh,
Yeah.
your granddaughter, huh? Are you proud of grandma? Yeah. You know, I wouldn't think grandma. Thanks for answering our question. Oh, okay. It's fun to be a grandma though, isn't it? I won't press for that. Good thing we didn't swear you in.
Right.
I'm not afraid of you.
All right, and I see that you are very much, first of all, thank you for bringing your granddaughter out here today with you. You are very detail oriented, and I noticed that right away. You just don't have the plan. You've actually thought about what that plan looks like and how you want to execute it. So that means that it's going to get done. And they explained to me what exactly hash out was, and I was like, that's fantastic that she figured that out. So amazing. Also, I am pleased to see that you want to get financial coaching to better your credit score. That's so important. We don't think about it as often. I subscribe to David Ramsey. You know, I look at his, you know, I follow him on Instagram, and I follow some other people too as well, just to make sure that I remind myself the importance of budgeting and keeping myself financially stable. So please, when you don't know, you can't do it. So when you know, you can do better, right? That doesn't mean perfection. It just means to do better. So that's so important. So that's how I know that you'll achieve all of this and more. You'll blow your own mind soon. So I like that. So do you have a motion at this time?
Yes, yeah. I'm just so you know that.
All right, it is with great pleasure that at this time, the board, having found that you completed your participation in the Street Outreach for Detroit program, is going to, for any open or pending cases, any cases in default, and any adjudicated cases, set as a designated Street Outreach Detroit participants. We're going to waive the court costs and warrant fees, and we're going to waive the local portion of the SOS, which is the Secretary of State's clearance fee. We will have that remaining fee to pay, if any, at this point in time. But congratulations and good luck to you. I appreciate it. Oh, give me the side. I don't. That's okay. Jerome Copeland Sr. Is that you? Good afternoon. How are you doing today, sir?
Pretty good.
Good.
No, I mean, it's the fault.
Want to make sure because he got up and left the table. No, you good. It's not yours. He said it's not yours.
No, we're good. It's the Southwest. We're good.
Now calling the matter of the people versus Jerome Copeland Sr. This is a date and time set for a motion hearing from Street Outreach Court Detroit. He is seeking relief from some traffic offenses with the motion today. Appearances for the record, starting with council, please.
Yes, Charles House, on behalf of Mr. Copeland. City Record.
All right, Mr. Copeland, thank you so much. And how are we proceeding today?
Your Honor, I like to take that going, my client.
Okay, all right. If that's okay with you, sir, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay, you can put your hand down for me, sir. You may proceed.
Sorry about that. But it's true that you've been working with Southwest Solutions to help better your stabilize your life, correct? And at the time there was, you're homeless or at high risk of homelessness, right? And was there an action plan created to address the causes of that homelessness? Yes. And did you complete that action plan? Yes, I did. Okay, it looks like you were asked to create a vision statement, sign for public benefits, get help with the back rents, so you can stabilize your housing. You also have a really good goal. One is that to obtain your contractor's license, and also reunite with your kids. Right? And where are your kids at now? Yeah. And how many? Two. Yeah. Okay. All right. Any grandchildren? Yeah. Couple. Okay. Okay. Good. And I'd also just like to note that Mr. Copeland has much better shoes on than I do.
Mr. Copeland came to kill the game today with his outfit.
Are they better than me?
Oh,
All right. Mr. Copeland, you come to us today. You have quite a bit of goals that you want to reach. One of them that has already been highlighted is that you want to reunite with your kids. Has it been a while since you've seen your children? It's been a long time, so that's going to be one of your goals. You're in the process of kind of reaching out to reconnect or not yet? You're getting started. You got to start in order to get there. You never get there if you don't start, right? In the process. So that's all we can do. And I also see that you want to motivate people, especially young people, go out there and talk to them about making good decisions. Yeah. I understand. That's what we want to do, right? All right. So we got to make sure we do that. Okay. Well, do you have a motion at this time?
yes, Chair. You know, that's the county. That's motion.
All right. It is with great pleasure at this point in time that the court, having found that the participant meets the admission and graduation criteria for Street Outreach Court Detroit, that for any open or pending cases, for defaulted cases, and for any adjudicated cases, that this court is going to designate it as Street Outreach Detroit participant and waive the court cost and warrant fees and the local portion of the Secretary of State's clearance fee. You may be responsible for part of the fees that are remain and left over, but at this point in time, I'm going to grant this dismissal of those tickets. So congratulations. To and you do the job, just so you know. You do the job, so, okay, okay. John Dwayne Dallas. Now calling the case of the matter of People versus John Dwayne Dallas. This is a motion hearing today from Street Outreach Court Detroit to grant relief through the program for some traffic offenses that are on the docket for today. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Charles.
And thank you so much, Mr. McCullough. All right, how are we proceeding today? All right, so can you both please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? All right, you can put your hands down. You may proceed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. McCallum, Mr. Dell, find the program. And was at the time was he homeless or high risk of homelessness? was there an action plan created to address the costs of that? And has Mr. Dallas substantially completed that action plan?
Yeah.
Thank you. Mr. Dallas, is there testimony from Mr. McCallum about the things that you've been doing? Or those things that he stated about you true? And you definitely have some good goals as well. Looks like you've been working with Derby Collingwood as well to clean up some past mistakes too and clean slate.
Yeah.
And how's that going?
Oh, I haven't heard that.
Okay, so you're just waiting for them to give you a call back. Okay, you already put that initial call in. Good.
I went down.
Oh, okay. Yep, even better. What are you looking forward to most if the court grants you today?
Because I got one out of town.
Oh, okay. Okay. How many kids do you have? Oh, okay. All right. Well, I have nothing further, Your Honor.
I have something to ask. What is enjoying the fruits of your labor? What do you think of when you say that, or when you put that down? Mhm. It's been an inspiration to you to kind of keep doing it when you want to give up. And I heard that was one of the reasons. That was your main reason. It was like, so I could take my kids' place, including out of town.
Mostly I got to do it by the time.
Once we put this together, it becomes easier for me to be able.
Get around.
That's right, get around.
It has been a while since I've been to something. Take them to school, go to Avon Park. I enjoy it.
You're gonna be able to give you that.
Yeah, even from.
You're already a stellar dad, right? So now this is
I
just
try
going,
to.
going up it, right? This is up in the ante, right? If you can do these things, I understand. All right. Well, do you have a motion at this time?
Yes, Your Honor. Have there be no objection to the accounting property that court grant the motion and the station is with order.
So at this time, the court having found that the participant meets the admission and graduation criteria for Street Outreach Court Detroit, I'm going to order that for any open or pending cases, for default cases, or any adjudicated cases that have been designated as Street Outreach Detroit participant. And so we're going to waive any court costs and warrant fees, close with improvement, and waive the local portion of that Secretary of State's clearance fee. And you're going to have to pay part of it possibly, okay? And submit an update over to the Secretary of State's court once you get that $0 balance, okay? All right, so if there's congratulations, and I dismiss these cases at this time. And you live by an amazing shop. If that's your address. You live by Sweet Potato Sensation? You used to. Okay. Okay, all right, you're not there. Okay. Yes, that's my best friend's family.
Is it?
It is. So when I saw the address, I said, oh, he live over there, but I'm like, Yep. But yes, they make it. So Jonathan Larkins, he's online. Mr. Larkins, unmute you. Okay. Now calling the matter of the people versus Jonathan Ramon Larkin. This is the date and time set for Street Outreach Court Detroit motion hearing to look into the matters that are traffic offenses and make a motion to have them dismissed. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Yes, Charles. Say name for the record, please. Mr. Larkin,
Yes.
could you say your name for the record, please?
Give me 1 second. Can you repeat that?
Could you name for the record, please?
Jonathan Larkins.
All right, how are we proceeding today?
Your Honor.
All right, if so, please, Mr. Larkin, can you raise right hand? Swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. You may proceed, counsel.
Was the homeless or high risk of homelessness when you sought those services?
Yes,
And was there an action plan to address of that homeless?
yes,
And Mr. Larkin substantially completed that action plan.
yeah.
Larkin, did the pass the
Hello? Yes, y'all keep breaking up.
It's because you're driving, so when you drive, it kind of breaks up, and it might be the internet too, because you're riding in the vehicle, okay?
Okay.
Oh.
All right, can you hear us a little better now?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right,
So, Mr. Larkin, did Mr. McCallum help you create an action plan?
Yes, I did, and I completed it.
Okay, great. You had a lot to do. You know, you had quite a number of things to do. But in your vision statement, you say that you wanted to be a business owner delivering food.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, it's basically like, like food that's grilled, or it's gonna be specialty drinks and stuff like that. But I haven't really started up yet because I have to have the money to fund it.
It looks like your parents' furniture right now.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, so it looks like in order for it, and part of for that, you're currently at.
Hold on, I cannot hear y'all. It's still breaking up.
Can you grab that real fast? Bring it closer.
okay. I got attention in around me.
Can you hear us a little bit, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. So yeah, you said that you needed to save up some money in order to start the business. So you're currently working at Aaron's Furniture, correct?
Yes.
Good. And what are you looking forward to most at the court grants you relief?
What am I looking forward to?
Yeah. You have these vision statements that you wrote, and you have some other goals. If the court grants you relief today, how's that going to help you?
Well, I'm looking forward to saving up more money so that I can get another place, and I could be able to get stability within myself, and then hopefully I could start focusing on my goals and stuff.
Cool. Good. Glad to hear that. I have nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I know that it looks as if I'm interested in, you said get a vehicle that better aligns with your income. Did you get a vehicle that was outside your price range at first, Mr. Larkin?
Yes, I did.
Okay, what important lesson have you learned from that?
Well, one thing I learned is to make sure that I stand on top of my business as far as keeping up the upkeep of the vehicle, driving more cautious, and stuff like that.
Okay, we got to make sure we do those things, right? Because if we have goals, but then we don't plan appropriately, then that's how we get into situations where we have items that we maybe shouldn't have at that point in time, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Larkin, let me tell you, it's so much sweeter when you wait instead of trying to do what everybody else is doing. Now, wait, be patient, and then it comes with so much more ease, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it for sure. Because you would think I'm out here riding in a lap of luxury. I'm not, because I have some goals and I have some things I want to achieve first before I get certain things, because it's important to me, right? So you got to do the same thing. Prioritize, okay? It's okay to prioritize. Yeah. All right. All right. Do you have a motion at this time?
Yes, Your Honor. There being no objection from the city and county prosecutors, I'd ask the court to grant the motion for relief and enter the relief stated on the stipulated order.
Right. At this time, the court, having found that the participant meets the admission and graduation criteria for Street Outreach Court Detroit, orders the following relief: that for any open or pending cases, for defaulted cases, for any adjudicated cases, that as we mark it as designated as Street Outreach Detroit participant, waive the court costs and fines, warrant fines, also close the case with improvement, and waive any of the local portion of the Secretary of State's clearance fee. And then upon payment of the remaining amounts, whatever they may be, we're going to send clearance over to the Secretary of State's office on your behalf. Okay, so congratulations, Mr. Larkin. Okay.
Okay.
You wanna?
He's online. He's on. Ms. Wade? Mr. Wade?
Yes,
Okay.
Mrs. Wade. Yeah, I
Is it Mrs.
apologize.
Wade?
Yes, ma'am. My signal faded. I apologize.
It's okay. You don't have to apologize. I just had to figure out what was going on. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
No. I'm calling your man right now because I know sometimes it gets a little rough. Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right. Did you have? Okay. Now calling the matter of People versus Taylor Wade. This is this is a motion hearing today for Street Outreach Court Detroit. This is a motion hearing to ask the court for relief from some driving offenses. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Yes, Charles Hobbs on behalf of Ms. Wade. Ms. Wade, would you please state your name for the record?
Taylor Wade.
All right. Sir, can you state your name for the record?
Keith McCallum, Street Democracy.
And how are we going to proceed today with the motion hearing?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. In support of the motion, let me present testimony of both my client as well as Mr. McCallum.
If that's the case, can you please raise your hand for me? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. You can face more toward because we've never met this way. So look at me her. Say hi. All right. You're going to take some testimony, so you can take it from him. You can put your hand down. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Mr. McCallum, is it true that, how did Ms. Wade find us?
She was a direct referral from the court.
Okay, and when she was referred or sought services, was she homeless or high risk of homelessness?
Yes, sir.
And was there an action plan created to address the root causes of that homelessness?
Yes, sir.
And has Ms. Wade substantially completed that action plan?
She has.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Wade, did you hear the testimony that Mr. McCallum just presented?
Yes, I did.
And are the things that he stated about you true?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, you've had to do a lot of things in order to get to this program. You've done a lot of hard work. And it looks like one of those goals you have is you'd like to graduate college with a degree in computer science.
Yes.
And what would you like to do with that degree?
I actually want to do cyber, probably cybersecurity. That's what I'm leaning towards at this point. Right now my degree is it's kind of like just it's not focused on one. It's kind of giving me a little bit of everything computer wise. So I think I'm gonna start trying to focus more on cybersecurity though. That's what I'm leaning towards.
Okay, good. What are you looking forward to most if the court grants you relief?
I'm just excited for a fresh start. I got my license back and stuff, and fees paid off. Like I'm trying to get my life together and just trying to get on the right track. So I appreciate this so much, this opportunity, and it really helps me out a lot. So I definitely appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm looking forward.
All right. Ms. Wade, back to me.
Yes,
I
yes,
see that-
ma'am.
First of all, you said in a few years, you'll almost be 30. Don't make it sound like it's a death sentence, okay? All right?
Yeah.
We made it to 30 and beyond, and we all right? But I understand, I get it. Congratulations on completing your first semester at Grand Rapids Community College. That's awesome. You're going
Thank
back
you.
that's fantastic. You know, I love to hear when people are furthering themselves as much as possible. And it's difficult sometimes, especially if you don't have some support, you know, but that you have established some plans. Make your plan work, okay? Don't give up.
Yes, ma'am.
Demonstrating, okay? Keep working your plan. You have it put into place. You know what you want to achieve. It's okay if you don't know exactly what area of cyber you want to do either. Just kind of go in that area, and if you get to something and you like it a lot better, it's okay to switch. It's not the end of the world. People sometimes get, they'll say, well, I said I was gonna do this, so I'm gonna just stick with it.
Yeah.
Not what you wanna do, and you realize it's not working, figure out what works, because nothing worse in the world than going to a job you don't like every single day. Because we gotta work for a long,
Absolutely.
okay? A long,
Yes, ma'am.
there's nothing worse, okay? All right, do you have a motion hearing at this time? You're welcome.
Having there be no objections from the city or county prosecutors, we ask the court to grant the motion and order the relief stated in the stipulated order.
The court, having found that the participant meets the admission and graduation criteria for street outreach, Court Detroit hereby orders the following relief. That for any open or pending cases, for defaulted cases, and for any adjudicated cases, we mark it designated as Street Outreach Detroit. Participant waive any court costs and warrant fees, and close the case with improvement, and waive the local portion of the Secretary of State's clearance fee, and also submit the abstract when the balance is owed. Congratulations. I heard you already got your license, so we already.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so much.
Thank you so much. You're all set. Okay, you can talk to Mr. McCullough. I'm not pronouncing your last name right. No, I'm not. Dang.
Mr. Hill.
I know, it's terrible. When I said it earlier, I heard him like Jimmy McCallum. And as soon as I said McCullum, he was all like, McCallum. And I was like, dang. Okay, thank you. All right, you're all set.
No problem. Y'all have a great day.
You too.
Hey, Taylor.
Thank you.
Put it back on the table.
Kaylin, is Kaylin Davies? Okay. Come on. Time to get a little rough.
Normally people don't get right on the first.
You came for workout. Left. Yeah. Now calling the matter of the people versus Kaylin Davies. This is the matter, a motion hearing from Street Outreach Court Detroit to grant relief for driving offenses that were committed by Mr. Davies in the past. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Yes, Charles Hoffman. Please, state name for the record, please. Kaylin Davies.
Keith McCallum, Street Democracy.
Would you like to proceed today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Could you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yes.
Sure.
Thank you so much. You may put your hands down. You may proceed.
Thank you. Mr. McCall, how did Mr. Davies find the program?
Mr. Davies, I believe, was a client,
Okay. And client referral.
a previous graduate.
Okay. And at the time, was Mr. Davies homeless or high risk of homelessness?
Yes.
And was there an action plan created to address the root cause of that homelessness?
Yes, sir.
And has Mr. Davies substantially completed that action plan?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Davies, we just heard testimony from Mr. McCallum about things that you've been doing, those things that you stated about your trip. And you, so you had a connection to this program before. Who were the ones that referred you? Yes.
My buddy Bobby, he just became a lawyer. He said his father had went through this program.
That's
and he's
yeah, very cool. Well, good. I'm glad the word's getting spread that way. So you definitely have a lot of goals too. You have a lot of people in your life that you want to be able to help take care of, including a girl who'll be here on the 24th. Sure. Yeah. So excited about that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear that. What are you looking forward to most in the court grants you released today?
Honestly, being able to drive a vehicle without, looking up on my shoulder, worrying about getting pulled over, and hypothetically speaking, not hope the situation will happen, but
Sure.
happen to get arrested if I have my girl in the backseat or anything. All the more reason to on top of my stuff.
Glad to hear that. I don't think further yet.
I have a couple of things. First, how is the housing search going? Are we close?
I haven't still looking for like a house to own, but I have a park place to stay in.
Okay, fantastic. And that's with your family alone? I know there was some concerns before, some valid concerns. So with the baby coming soon, I want to make sure that you're in a position, in a place where you feel safe and ready to bring your daughter home, correct? All right, great. Also, what do you have to say about all these tickets? How you get here today?
I caught about my auntie.
No, not you. Auntie so much. How did you get here with all these tickets?
Trying to survive. Honestly, I was like I said, I like exactly it's exactly as the first guy said earlier. You know, you tell yourself you're going to take care of it, and get deeper and deeper to the hole and stuff like that. That's kind of what was going on. And then like I said, I was kind of in survival mode, so I have my finances were to assure my survival, me eating and getting around and stuff like that. So I just trying to get around survive.
What made you want to finally decide to get this together? Amen. And that's usually a motivating factor, right? Because if it's just you might be like, well, it's just me, right? But now you have an example, you want to do what's right. You want to be in a place that is, as you put, more financially suitable for your daughter, right? One of the things I love is just credit score you aim. Aim for even higher too.
I had goals on working with that when I was younger. Then that's kind of flow, and I'm like working on it. So now it's going up.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Some of us are already set up so that we know. My parents beat it into my head, right? So I remember one day I came back from school and I had got an express card. Like the store, I had got a card. I thought I was doing something. I had me a summer job. I had plans to pay it off. When I got home, the bill to my house. I had the money to pay for it. My daddy took that card and he said no. And I appreciate that from this day forward because I understand the value. I said, well, Daddy, I can pay for it. He said, but you shouldn't want to do things like that. Mess up your credit score. Just gonna start buying all this stuff. But it's a very doable goal, right? I think you should aim for even higher. Start off at 700, right? But then aim for even higher, right? This is a beautiful thing, I'm telling you. When I open up my little credit score and it's like 813, 814, I'm like, what?
Go ahead, Judge.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. And more of us should want to take concern into this. I see you are. So do it. Do it, young man. Okay? Don't get deterred. If you get more tickets, show up to court. Take care of your business, right? Don't try and get tickets, but take care of them. Because that way you won't pile up like that. Okay. You got a motion at this time?
Yes, sir. I'm with you. And the prosecutor said, grant, my motion.
All right, so being at the court having found that the participant meets the admission and graduation criteria for Street Outreach Court Detroit, I hereby order the following relief for any open or pending cases, for defaulted cases, and for any adjudicated cases. We're going to designate them as Street Outreach Detroit participant, waive the court costs and warrant fees, close the case with improvement, waive the local portion of the Secretary of State clearance fee, and once you pay all the remaining costs that you need to pay, talk to you about that, then we're going to send over clearance to the Secretary of State's office so that you can get that license, so you could bring baby girl home, so you could drive her around safely and take care of her like you need to and want to take care of her, okay? All right, congratulations.
Yeah.
I was about to say, you half of the battle is having a job, right? Is that okay? I'm so sorry. You're doing what you need to do, so I can tell you're excited.
All right, bro.
It's more roads. Carl Lewis. You like, okay, every street is on detour, God bless. There you go. Carl, okay. All right, now calling the matter of People versus Carl Desmond Lewis. This is a motion hearing today from Street Outreach Court Detroit to address the outstanding traffic matters that he has. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please. All right.
Keep it calendar.
I'm gonna say your name until I get it right in my head, and so just so that. All right, how are we proceeding today?
Yes, sir.
You raise your right hands, both. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? All right, go ahead, put your hands down. You may proceed.
Thank you. Mr. Miguel,
I am drawing a blank on how it got to us, but I do believe that he was a referral from.
Is that what it was? Yeah. Oh, great. You remember which judge? Okay.
It may have been purpose.
Yes. Good. Perfect. Okay, perfect. And was Mr. Lewis either homeless or at high risk of homelessness when he sought services?
Yes, sir.
And was there an action plan created to address the root causes of that homelessness?
Yes, sir.
And has Mr. Lewis substantially completed that action plan?
He had.
All right, thank you. Mr. Lewis, we have our testimony from Mr. McCallum, one of the things that you've been doing, one of those things that he stated about you true. And I know you definitely, I know I can note for the court that I've been, trying to contact Mr. Lewis yesterday, missed my call. And he definitely called back 3 or 4 times to make sure that he got his call. No, I really appreciate that because, sometimes it's kind of hard to get a hold of people. Shows. And you definitely have some great goals going forward too. You also want to kind of go into cybersecurity and that thing, right? Yes. What are you doing to further that goal? Online classes. Okay, where at? It's a course or.
Online.
Of course, there. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah. But you also have kind of a creative side or pursue art career at the same time. Yeah, what kind of medium do you use for your art? I do art. I use tattoos, but I want to start. Oh, great. Right. I don't think further yard. Or actually, I got one more question for you. What are you looking forward to the court grant you today? This financial stability or a license, job.
Regular. I love that girl. I like that. Be regular. Some people need to just aim to be regular instead of trying to be extra sometimes. Go. What's stopping you from continuing with tattoos? Is it strictly financial or you just, okay. Okay, so. All right, so that's something that you're gonna pick up kind of immediately after you get your license back? Okay, all right, I understand. I was about to say that it's exactly what you need to do. The classes start, do you know exactly when the classes start? Okay. But it's close enough. It's that following Sunday. Like, so Monday, it's probably the 26th. If they start on a Monday, it's the 26th. Don't ask me why I know all these random dates in my head. But it's the 26th, so I know exactly what we were talking about. So they start pretty soon. And you're excited about taking these classes? Okay. How many days a week are you going to take? Excellent. I'm excited. I was about to say, I'm excited too, because you didn't just come in here with some randomness. You like knew exactly what you're talking about, which is good. Right. But you're not alone. You know that, right? So a lot of us are forced to sit down and think about what we want to do with our life. So when you're finally given the opportunity and the chance and the time to sit down, you can think about like, okay, what would I want to do? Not just get it hot from job to job to job, just try and figure things out. So that's excellent, okay? All right, so do you have a motion at this time?
Yes, Judge. Would be no objection.
All right, so at this time, the court having found participant meets the admission and graduation criteria for street outreach for Detroit, hereby orders the following relief for any open or pending cases designated for default cases for any adjudicated cases designated as street outreach Detroit participant, waive any court costs and warrant fees, close the case with improvement, waive the local portion at $15, but you might have some that you need to pay still, okay? And then submit, after you pay everything, we're gonna submit an abstract to the Secretary of State's office and the balance is at $0, okay? Congratulations to you. Kiana Cargile. Yes. Right here. Try to pronounce your name. Barley. Barley. Barley.
Now you're missing. I
Sorry. I know who he is. Sarah Lowe. Okay. I said it right too, it's Kiana. Okay, just want to make sure. Now calling the matter of People versus Kiana Cargile. This is a motion hearing today from Street Outreach Court Detroit. These are for matters of driving offenses that have occurred, and there is going to be a motion placed forth before this court today. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please. They trying to get me caught up. All right. How you going to proceed today? Okay. If you both can raise your right hand, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? All right. You both can put your hands down. Thank you.
True that when you find first thought from the organization, choose either homeless or high risk homelessness. Yes. And was there an action plan created to address the cause of that? And has Ms. Cargile substantially completed that action plan? Okay, is there anything else you'd like to add?
I have more confidence.
Good, thank you. All right, Ms. Cargile, we just heard testimony from Mr. DeBartolome about the things that you've been doing or those things that you stated about you.
Yes.
And yes, you've been definitely working really hard to get to this program as well. And you want to complete your heavy equipment training?
Yes.
Yeah, is there a specific machine you want to work on or?
The crime.
The crane, oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to be a rough framing carpenter, so we'd have crane days when the roof trusses came in. That was my favorite day. We usually get a crane operator to mess around a little bit. Mess around.
Oh, I can't remember.
Every once in a while.
You had the best life. Became a lawyer. It's one day.
It was definitely not OSHA approved. But, no, I love crane days. They were great. I didn't learn how to do it. That's great. That's awesome. What are you looking forward to most at the court grants you believe?
I look to the road to success.
And what does that mean for you?
Basically, I'll be able to achieve more of my goals that I have planned. Like, I do need my license to be able to be an operator. And also, I do need to get to work because I go to work at 5 o'clock in the morning. So it helped me a lot more. And basically, just looking forward to achieving all these goals and making my kids proud. I have children too, and they are proud of me. And focus, just brain focus.
How about the further on?
First, I want to thank Dr. J. I remember they told me you worked really hard and went above and beyond with this client, and I appreciate it. You don't always know that I get to hear all the stuff that takes place in the background, but I heard that you worked. Yeah.
He pushed me. He like, like he just said, stay confident in myself, and I really need that self-motivation. Sometimes you be surprised where you get it from, and I really appreciate them.
Yeah, that's see, I didn't have to say that one. She said it for me. I did have a couple questions for you. Now, I think were you talking about going overseas at one point in time too? Tell me a little bit about it.
I want to be a crane operator in Dubai. I want to be one of those ones building them 700 tall buildings they got over there. And I know I can do it. I'm not afraid of heights, but I'll take my chance.
You're sitting down in the car. Oh, no, I was on top of a building.
Yeah, because sometimes you got to go up, So I'm ready. Yes.
I didn't want you to detour too much from that goal. They told me about it. You got to take baby steps, right? Steps one step at a time. So I'm not telling you just to hop there.
No.
But I thought that was an awesome idea and an awesome goal to have. To want to, after you get it here, get the practice in, just go over there.
Yeah.
And just, what you say?
I can do this.
Okay,
I got this.
you got it.
Yes.
You can do it.
I
fantastic. So that's why I had to ask to make sure. So that I can one day be like, I know that woman. Uh-huh. And then I give a shout out. I take shout outs all the time. Thank you so much. Whoop, whoop. Say no. Not above them, okay? Right, but just reach those goals. Like you said, you have children that look up to you. What an amazing opportunity to show, you know, your children, look at what mom's done. Like you said, they're already proud, right? Appreciate you. All right. We appreciate you, right? Because we can only do part of it, right?
But I needed the extra help, the resources. I appreciate that, you know, and I'm glad that I took the step forward to ask for the help, and it's working, you know,
It's working.
and I'm gonna keep it working.
That's right.
Yes.
Right? They're not gonna go away just because the program ends today, right? Okay? That's right. That's right. We're here for you, okay? You are so very welcome. All right, do you have a motion at this time? At this time, the court, with great pleasure, having found that the participant meets the admission and graduation criteria for Street Outreach Court Detroit, hereby orders the following relief. For any open and pending cases, for any defaulted cases, and for any adjudicated cases. We're gonna go ahead and designate those as Street Outreach Detroit participants. We're gonna waive the court costs and warrant fees, close the case with improvement, waive the local portion of the Secretary of State's clearance fees. And then as soon as you take care, if there are any additional costs, you take care of those with the clearance to the Secretary of State's office, so you can be on your way to get your license. All right, congratulations.
We're gonna need a picture.
Right.
Selfies of when you're up there.
That'd be great.
Like every city.
Yeah.
Will do.
20 stories.
Yeah.
20 stories.
Sade Taylor.
Yeah, 1 second.
Hello. I'm about to say she's gonna be all right for me. It's okay. Take a deep breath. Now you've been watching me this whole time. And how have I been up here just going off on people? All right. It's okay to be a little shy. Don't be coming up here like I'm about to bite your head off either. Okay? I'm not. Okay. All right. Now calling. Hey, you got my last name? Come on, ain't say. Okay. Now calling the matter. Am I saying right? Is it Sade? Sade. Okay. Now calling the matter of Pete versus Sade Taylor. This is a motion hearing set today for Street Outreach Court Detroit. She has some driving offenses that would like to be addressed through motion. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Charles Hoffman, Ms. Taylor.
Here's Sheldon.
All right, counsel, how would you like to proceed today?
I guess for the motion, I can take testimony from my client.
Both can raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Proceed.
Thank you. Mr. Charles, when Ms. Taylor first served your organization, was she either homeless or high risk of homelessness?
Yes.
And was there an action plan created to address the root cause of that homelessness?
Yes.
And has Ms. Taylor substantially completed that action plan?
Yes.
Is there anything else you'd like to inform the board of at this time?
Ms. Taylor, getting ready to take her to on the 29th. And next week, our agency is paying her first and last month's rent. And she also has been awarded a job.
Great. So she's good. Glad to hear that. Thank you, sir. Ms. Taylor, we just heard testimony from Mr. Shelton about the things that you've been doing, or those things that he stated about you, Drew.
Yes.
And so, yeah, you definitely had to do a lot of hard work to get through it. I just wanted to also reiterate, that I got my GED. I didn't graduate high school either, and I still went to law school. You can still do whatever you want to do. Okay. So I guess, you definitely had, good reasons to work as hard as you do, including your kids. So what are you looking forward to most the court grants you?
My license.
Are we excited about our GED test on the 29th? We're preparing, studying, all right, taking advantage of all the resources that Mr. Shelter has provided. Okay, because you gotta do that, right? Because you're bettering your life not only for yourself, but for your kids too, right? And that's important. And then after you finish, are you gonna stop going there? Okay, you're gonna continue going there, right? And utilize the resources that they have available for you so that you can become the best version of you, right? Right? What are you looking forward to beyond what he said for your kids? What do you want your kids to see as you achieve this goal? Even if they do have some slip-ups while they're growing up, not too far removed. If you have some setbacks, it doesn't mean you're ultimately down forever. Setbacks, right? Setbacks to set you up for a comeback, right? But it's up to you now, right? So I need you to be preparing as much as you can for the test in a couple of weeks, so that he can call me and say, okay. And I can be so proud, just like I know you're gonna be proud of yourself that day. Apps. Okay? Okay? You're gonna do this, all right? I know it's been a long road, and it's been bumpy. You gotta support them, okay? We finally found support. Okay? All right, you have a motion at this time?
Yes, sir. You know, that's kind of project that I for the grants I applied. Into the.
All right, it's a great pleasure at this time that the court having found that the participant meets the admission and graduation criteria for Street Outreach Court Detroit, hereby orders the following relief for any open or pending cases, for defaulted cases, and for any adjudicated cases. We're going to designate it as Street Outreach Detroit participant. We're going to waive any court costs and warrant fees, close them with improvement, waive the local portion of the Secretary of State's clearance fee. May be required to pay a portion of that. Okay, they'll work that out. That's something else. Okay, so don't get thrown off by those things. Okay, blessings on blessings on blessings. But you put in the effort, right? That's what happens. Okay, all right. And then they're gonna send clearance over to the Secretary of State's office. So you gotta get that license. Okay, all right. Congratulations. I'll see you soon. Yeah. Last but certainly not least, Tania Redmond.
You know. Never.
Natalie? How are you doing? Now calling the matter of people versus Tania Redmond. This is a motion hearing today from Street Outreach Court Detroit for some traffic offenses that have happened in the past, and there's a motion to move forward in them. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Yes, sir.
And then for Tammy Harris Thompson.
And at this time, how would you like to proceed, counsel?
Yes, sir. In support of going, that's for my client as well.
All right, both of you, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you so much. You may proceed.
Thank you. Mr. McCallum, looks like Ms. Redmond came through DSC calling you.
Yes, sir.
And have you had a chance to confirm the information you're about to testify to?
Yes, sir.
And it was specifically, was she homeless or high risk of homelessness when she first sought services?
Yes, sir.
And was there an action plan created to address the root causes of that homelessness?
Yes.
And has she Fred, when we just heard testimony from Mr. McCallum about the things that you've been doing, are those things that he stated about you true? And you definitely have some, I'm gonna say interesting goals. Which I stand by. I think that's great what you want to do. It looks like you want to be a police officer and then eventually own a funeral home. Yeah. How did you come about to decide those two things?
I always wanted to help people, but I'm good at protecting. So
Okay. Yeah.
with the police officer,
Okay.
but I always also had a good
Okay. Were you exposed to that field like before?
Yes, brother-in-law, he took care of the funeral,
Oh, okay.
so he took me on a couple of positions.
Well, it's definitely jobs here. People are always dying, right?
You need more to do that.
Yeah, no.
It's not too many females on it. So that was one of the things.
I have nothing further, yeah.
Are you still enrolled at WC?
Yes, I have to get back to the restaurant for my class.
Okay. Boss, have you started already or no, not yet?
No.
Okay, but that's where you're headed. I mean, I think that's a great field. I mean, I understand the police officer, and trust me, we need really good police officers. So I'm not telling you to shy away from that, but being in mortuary science. Not only that, like you said, people who actually are interested and can take care of you, right? So you got to see it from an interesting aspect, that you got to see how someone was being taken care of after death, right? So making sure that they look nice, getting their hair, making sure they're put together, making sure that as best as they can at those times, right? They're very grieving moments where it's a lot of emotion. People are super numb because no matter how much you prepare yourself for a loss, you never prepare yourself enough for a loss, right? And if it's sudden, it's even worse. But being there to be a comfort, you do know you will be servicing people by doing that, right? Almost the same as a police officer, just in a different way. It's a different type of service to the community to make sure that in that last moment when they need you, that you're there. So I think that's awesome. I would say, I can't tell you where to focus, but I'm just saying, if that's something you're interested in, and right now, how's the job going? Did you take all the tests and pass everything? Okay, yeah.
They look doing the drugs. I'm waiting on those. I have another job for another job tomorrow.
What you say?
I said, yes, I got that 1:30.
All right. Talking about, right? It feels good, doesn't it? Feels good to not have. Right. So being able to provide for all of their needs, and then some of their wants is always a parent's desire, right? Yeah. So I saw that smile on your face, like, and I have another interview tomorrow, so it's coming. It's coming. Okay. Slow and steady wins the race, right? That's been my thing today. Everybody try and rush. Gotta take it slow and steady, right? Gotta get a job, but also gotta keep pushing and plugging away, okay? Do you have a motion at this time?
Yes, yeah, but having been no objection to the York County prosecutors, we'd ask the court to grant my client's motion and
All right. The court, having found that the participant meets the admission and graduation criteria for street outreach for Detroit, hereby orders the following relief in the above referenced cases for any person, for any open or pending cases, for defaulted cases, and for any adjudicated cases designated as street outreach Detroit participants. We're going to waive those court costs and warrant fees, close the case with improvement, waive the local portion of the Secretary of State's clearance fee. And once you finish paying any of those additional costs, we're going to send over the abstract to the Secretary of State's office saying that you can get that license if you don't already have it, okay? So congratulations. Thank you. You're welcome. Congratulations. And that concludes Street Outreach Court Detroit. All right.
Meeting for all.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Mary bye. Bye, Mary.
See you, I need to see you tomorrow.
All right, you need me to do anything?